because yesterday after I end the stream and whatnot, and I usually when I end stream, I'll like go on social media and see what everyone's been saying for like, the last few like minutes and hours and things like that. Yeah, because when I stream for 5 hours a day, and I don't acknowledge social media existence at all. So I got on yesterday and I saw Jess tweet, and Jess feels to know who she is. She's a Siege caster, and she also streams on you know Twitch for Siege. So she made a tweet saying that she's no longer going to be streaming Siege on Twitch, and the heart of her making that tweet is generally toxicity of the community as well as stream sniping. She got to a point where it's affecting her mental health, dealing with like the toxicity of Siege as well as stream sniping. And when you're a streamer, your mental health's getting fucked up. You kind of like trying to figure out ways to avoid it, ways to deal with it, ways to combat it. And for her, the decision was she just won't stream Siege. She'll find something else to stream, and she just won't stream Siege. And I made a tweet about it, and she liked it, but I didn't make the tweet for her to like. I think like a lot of people feel like you only react to things because you want the reaction out of it, and I didn't really. It wasn't about getting the reaction. It was about just stating that it's pretty sad and stupid that we've gotten to a point with like not even just technology, but like social association, social connections, where people have to like change up their job because of the toxicity. Because even though she's a Siege caster, she still makes money from Twitch playing Siege. So now she's going to switch from Siege, her switch to something else that might make her less money, that might get her less views, might get her less subs and things like that. And she's kind of forced to make that change, a decision, because toxicity, which is ridiculous. Like, and there's people who have like this dumb thought process where it's like, stop whining about it and just deal with it. It's video games. Don't take it that serious. It's not that serious. Stop whining. Boo hoo hoo. Those are people who are usually toxic. It's just fun and games. It's harmless. I mean, it's not harmless. You're affecting people's ability to make a living. You're affecting people's ability to enjoy themselves. Because she said that it's not just stream sniping for her. It's also getting into lobbies, and people are saying racist things or sexist things or homophobic things and transphobic things, and it's everything under the umbrella being said on her stream by these people who they know she's a streamer, so they're only doing what they're doing because she's a streamer. And it's ridiculous. And it also like bleeds into like what Intero was saying. Intero mentioned yesterday in his stream. He was like, I'm speaking as him, so these are all in quotes. He was like, I cannot play Siege and have fun with my friends because people will see my name and start changing how they play the game because they see me. They see what my name is, they know who I am, so they try hard or they get toxic because they're on stream. They're playing against or with Intero, so let's act out. And it's like it's just ridiculous. And the biggest reason why all this happens is there's two reasons, two big ones at least. There's multiple reasons, but there's two big ones. One is anonymity, since everyone's anonymous. Since everyone's anonymous, there's no like real fear of how people act. People act like toxic pieces of shit because no one knows who's behind the microphone. No one knows who's behind the keyboard. Let me mute myself because hearing myself is such weird. Anyways, like I have my Twitch feed playing. It's like I'm hearing myself talking. It's like that's weird. But like being anonymous is a big reason why all this stuff happens, because there's no thought process that my friends are gonna know that I'm a toxic piece of shit. My family won't know that I'm a toxic piece of shit. My girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever won't know I'm a toxic piece of shit because no one knows who I am. My name is whatever on PSN or whatever on Xbox or whatever on freaking PC. So being anonymous is why a lot of that shit happens. The second thing that contributes to why people do this is enabling things. Someone's really on my door right now. Anywho, give me a second, John. The second reason is because everyone enables it. Everyone has like the thought process is for fun. It's fun. It's funny. It's comedy. It's nothing to be taken serious. The toxicity is funny. Their friends laugh at it. Their friends enable it. People enable toxic behavior, and that's a big reason why toxic behavior stays existing because it's enabled. Their friends enable it. They are in a party chat. People are laughing their ass off. Like, this is so funny. Look at your team killing this person. You're making fun of this person. You're doing all this toxic stuff, and people find it funny, so they keep doing it. Now, how do you like combat those two things with like one swoop? Consequence. There is no real consequence for toxicity in video games. You can say, well, there's communication bans. You can get 24 hours banned from being able to communicate people. You can get 7 days. You can get a few months. You can get these communication bans, and that's a consequence to being toxic. It's not a real consequence. Consequence changes people. Example being bullying on the internet. Cyberbullying is now an actual crime. A literal crime that should be punished with jail time and fines for cyberbullying. So if you're on social media and you're bullying somebody, they can literally press charges against you and you can go to jail or be forced to pay a fine for cyberbullying. Swatting. You ever notice that swatting stopped happening? You wanna know why it stopped happening? Because it became a federal crime. Not like a little minor crime, a federal crime to swat. Consequences were added to these things and they stopped, or at least slowed down. Cyberbullying still happens, but again, it goes back to the person being bullied, pressing charges, not just, taking it and being like, life sucks. No, they actually like go to Twitter, Facebook support, or contact law enforcement. They can actually press charges against one for bullying them on the internet. That does not exist in gaming. There is no consequence for being a piece of shit in video games. If there was, it would change. If you would get fined by law enforcement for being toxic in video games, things would change. There need to be consequences, and that would change things. It's bullshit and stupid. That's why I have to stop streaming a game, because they can't play it without being harassed. They can't play it without being treated like shit. They can't play it without being stream sniped. Which, by the way, for those who don't play Siege, stream sniping is against TOS. You are literally cheating and breaking a rule of Ubisoft when you stream snipe in Siege. So legally, you can get in trouble. But people don't get that into their head. Just stop being toxic, stop being pieces of shit, stop harassing people, and just play the fucking game. It costs you no money to be a good person. It costs you no money to be a decent human being. Stop being pieces of shit. Stop being toxic. Stop being sexist. Stop being racist. Stop being homophobic and transphobic. And just play the fucking game. And have fun. It's not hard. It's not fucking hard. People should be able to play video games and enjoy themselves. Not feel like it's a chore to play a video game. I have a friend, every time she streams Red Dead, at some point she gets attacked by a hacker. Because they think it's funny to watch a stream and see the streamer, going through turmoil because of what they're doing. Stop being a piece of shit. It's not freaking funny. It's not cute. It doesn't make you cool. It's free to be a good human being. And how would you react for all those people who are toxic as shit, and all those people who are hackers and all that, everything under the umbrella? How do you think it would feel if someone did it to you? How do you think you would feel if someone did someone that you know, someone who's your family member, someone who's a cousin, a sibling, or whatever, a friend? You'd be pissed off. You'd be pissed off if you're playing a game and someone freaking hacked you. You'd be freaking mad as shit. So don't do it to others. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna end this rant and get to Watch Dogs. That's the whole point of today. Supposed to play Watch Dogs, and that's all that tweet. If you want to rant, sorry, not sorry. If people are like, just play video games, we won't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's my stream. I will say what I want on my stream. I'll talk about what I want on my stream. I will rant about what I want on my stream. It's my stream. And to me, I care. is important to me because I feel like there's too much silence when it comes to dealing with toxicity. I'm not about that life. I'm not about that be silent life. I'm about that action life. I'm about that speaking up life. I don't believe in protesting in silence. You know, if something happens, I speak up. That's how I am. I don't like associating people who don't speak up. Sorry, not sorry. Had to switch headsets because of the Xbox headset. Just not something I don't like. I don't deal with it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's stupid. Like we've come like we deal with this shit too much. Where and I did the same thing. I mentioned the same shit when it came to Geo because Geo went through like a lot of toxic shit, and I was like, this is just dumb. Like I sit there. I was watching her stream today too, where it's like she was playing Siege and she was just playing the game, doing what she does, and what the fuck happened? Someone TK'd her because she was a female. They told her, "Hey, do the dishes to get TK'd." She didn't say anything, so they shot her. That's not funny. They think it's hilarious. It's not funny. First off, it's sexist because you're telling her because she's a female, she gotta do dishes. Then you TK'd her because you think it's funny. It's not. It's ridiculous and it's stupid. Like it pisses me off to no avail when it comes to how this community like acts. And when I say this community, I mean the entirety of gaming community. It doesn't have to be Siege or Call of Duty or Overwatch. It doesn't matter. It's everywhere, and it's ridiculous.